There's a man named Ethan Cole, 32 years old, living in a small city apartment that still looked like a college dorm. The walls were empty, the air heavy with silence, and the glow of his phone filled the room more than the sunlight ever did. Every morning was the same routine. Wake up late, rush through breakfast, complain about his job, promise to start changing tomorrow. But tomorrow had turned into next week, and next week had turned into years. He used to dream about being his own boss, traveling, getting fit, doing something meaningful. But dreams are fragile. They die quietly when they're not fed with action. One cold evening, after another long day at work, Ethan came home exhausted. He dropped onto the couch and began scrolling through YouTube, trying to drown out the noise in his head. That's when he stumbled on a clip of Matthew McConaughey giving a speech. In that deep, calm voice, he said, "You owe it to yourself. Not to your past. Not to your parents. Not to your boss. You owe it to the person you're becoming." Those words hit Ethan like a lightning bolt. He froze, because for the first time, he realized he'd been living for everyone else's boss, his bills, his fears, but never for himself. That night, he couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling and whispered, "What if I gave myself one more chance?" At 2:13 a.m., he got up, grabbed an old notebook, and wrote a letter to his future self. "Dear me, if you're reading this 1 year from now, I hope you're proud. I hope you stopped running from your potential. I hope you did what you said you'd do. 2025 isn't a new year, it's your new life. Make it count. You owe it to you." He folded the paper, taped it on his wall, and stared at it for a long time. The next morning, he woke up early. For the first time in years, he didn't hit snooze. He laced up his shoes and ran. Not fast, not far, but it was something. The next day, he ran again. Then he started reading instead of scrolling, cooking instead of ordering junk, saving money instead of wasting it. Progress was slow. There were days he slipped, days he felt like quitting, but every time he looked at that note on the wall, something inside whispered, "Keep going." By mid-2025, Ethan wasn't just surviving anymore, he was becoming the man he once envied. He'd lost 30 pounds, launched a small online business, and started speaking to others about discipline and faith. His friends began noticing. "Man, what changed?" they asked. Ethan just smiled and said, "I stopped waiting for someone else to believe in me." And then came December 31, 2025. He stood in front of the mirror, holding that old letter. The ink had faded a bit, but the words still carried the same fire. As he read it, tears filled his eyes. He whispered, "You did it. You kept your promise. You didn't give up." Then he looked into his reflection stronger, calmer, happier, and said, "I owe this to no one else. I did it for me."
He folded the letter carefully, placed it in a drawer, and grabbed a blank page. At the top, he wrote, 2026, so let's go higher. Moral of the story, you can't wait for motivation. You can't wait for the right time. The right time is now. The only person who can save you is the one staring back in the mirror. Because at the end of the day, you owe it to you.